Alright, I pulled the front bumper off the Ace. This thing has a ginormous radiator, but it needs it because it's partially clogged. It only breathes through these three spots. It's not very well protected. Definitely going to put a bumper and utilize these bumper mounts here to protect the radiator some, because radiator only sits about a quarter of an inch behind this piece of plastic. So a branch could easily go through the radiator. I was running over some trees today, and this front plastic piece is really not good for hitting anything. If you absolutely have to hit something, hit it dead center. If you hit it on the side, it'll pop out these plastic clips and it'll pop the headlights out. So that was pretty annoying. So what I did was the headlights kept popping out. So if you put a zip tie up here and squeeze the little arms together, it'll grab tighter on that little pin, and it'll keep the headlight from popping out as easily. I did it on both sides, so pretty good in there. This screw right here is your headlight adjustment. So mine has a 2-inch lift, so I have to aim that. So loosen up the screw and aim the headlights back down. But tested it in a variety of different terrains today. Very impressive little thing. Couldn't really get it stuck, and when I did, I was able to push it out real easy. So pretty fun. Definitely could use about 10 more horsepower, just like everything else in the whole world. But it's a pretty sweet little bike. The airbox lid is not super sealed, so that's going to take some work to get that snorkeled right. But I mean, very easy to snorkel if you look at all the fittings. It uses from the factory. So this is going to have 3 nice little snorkels right coming out of right here. 1, 2, 3, probably about as high as my head. Whenever I get around to doing that, but got some other projects I need to take care of first. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. Definitely a lot of fun. Someone commented on my other video, you love all the bikes you get when you first get them, and then in about 6 months you say they're a piece of shit. And I was obviously a Can-Am fan, I'm sure, or a Canadian, same thing. But that's completely incorrect. The Can-Am I said was a piece of shit from the first ride. It had terrible ride quality, shocks were bouncy, it squeaked, it just felt cheap. Was not happy with it. The clutching was terrible. And my Hondas, I have never ever hated them. Never had a Honda that I hated. There are some bad ones, but I wouldn't buy those. But still, the guy that made that comment, that is completely unfounded, and you're full of shit. That being said, the Polaris, I still love my Razor, but it has its fair share of problems. But hopefully this won't have those issues, because I'm planning on leaving it mostly stock and just using it for whipping around. And it does have the side-by-side running gear and something about the size and weight of a four-wheeler. It feels really tough so far, but you know, the longer you have something, the more you learn about it, the more things will break. Except unless you buy a Honda Rubicon, in which case they're perfect in every way and you'll never have to work on it, and you'll get bored because all you can do is ride it, and it never breaks. No. But yeah, it's doing pretty good.